UFC 305 is this weekend, folks, and I cannot wait for the main event clash between Israel Adesanya and Dricus Du Plessis. Just before we get started, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing down below, I'd massively appreciate it. I'm sorry there's been a lack of uploads in the past few weeks. I've been moving out here to Thailand because I'm training out here, and we've got a fight in a few weeks, so I will let you guys all know the result of that after it happens. Let's hope I win by devastating knockout. And since Lucas Tracy, my arch nemesis, has retired from YouTube, I am the new GOAT on this block. And my predictions are better also. Let's get into my 305 main event prediction. This is a really interesting one. Both fighters have previously fought Sean Strickland. It was both of their last fights. Israel Adesanya obviously losing and Dricus winning a close split decision, which I did in fact predict. My exact prediction was Strickland would win rounds 1, 3 and 5 and lose a split decision. And it pretty much happened. I got a lot of good reviews from that and a lot of traction on the channel from that prediction, and I'm hoping I can predict this one just as well. I've got Dricus. I must admit, I've got Dricus going in there and putting on a dominant masterclass. I think when it comes to Israel Adesanya, his boxing has been his biggest downfall. I'm really hoping that he's tidied a few things up and he comes out a bit more aggressive, because if you can put Dricus on the back foot, which is very difficult to do, but we did see Darren Till do it, just with straight lefts and teeps, Izzy could be in for a good night. However, I don't think Izzy has the style anymore at this point in his career where he's going to stand in front of you and he's going to put damage on you. I just don't think that's how he fights anymore. I think he's hit a point where he just wants to win, but he doesn't want to go for it as much. He hasn't looked impressive recently. The Alex Pereira knockout, yes, granted it was impressive. However, he was losing every single second of that fight before finding that shot. You can't discredit him though. He found the shot and fair play to him. He always, whenever he's backed in a corner, he always comes back. He always does very well, and it's always very emphatic the way he comes back after people saying, oh, you know, bad. I mean, after the Amblin-Hobich fight, came out, had a good fight with Marvin Vettori, it was all right. But obviously knocking out Pereira, knocking out Whittaker. After the boring Yoel Romero fight, he knocked out Paulo Costa in round 2. These things do happen, but I think Dricus is the perfect stylistic matchup for Izzy. He's wild, but not reckless, but he also will pummel you in a corner if you're still. I don't think Dricus' chin has been properly tested yet. He's been hit with big shots, but against a sniper like Izzy, it will be very interesting to see how this goes down. I actually think Israel Adesanya has practically no chance in this fight, and I get everyone saying, oh, the aura of Izzy's back, the aura of Izzy's changing. I'd give it a 70% chance Izzy loses this fight. I think Dricus is going to be able to like spear him and take him down and work his way to the back, and I think as Izzy leg kicks, Dricus is going to be looking for that takedown. I think he's going to be looking to cause damage every chance he gets. What we've seen recently is when someone becomes a champion, the confidence levels goes up. Their preparation changes. They work much harder, and we've been told Dricus is doing that by his coach. And also, this is a big thing. Dricus has had months. He fought in January, now he's fighting 8 months later. He's realistically said, I'm the champion, I decide when I fight. And now he's getting it on his terms. He says, yeah, sure, you want to do it in Sydney? Let's do it in Sydney, no problem. And I think he's ready. How I can see this fight going is I can see it being a very slow first minute, and then Dricus maybe trying something big, winging left and right hooks, and Izzy kind of standing back and doing that thing where he looks down and he holds his hand and he plays with him, landing low kicks. Then towards the end of the first round, I can see Dricus holding him up against the cage, stomping his foot, kneeing the inside of the leg, trying to just take the sting out of the fight a little bit. From there, I can maybe see a trip, or maybe Izzy even getting a reversal and the crowd going, oh, and the commentary team going, see now, people don't think Izzy can grapple, da 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 da. And then I can see it being switched around again, and it being a very slow pace first round with a lot of clinch exchanges, a lot of knees, a lot of hammer fists, this type of thing. Then I think in the second round, we're going to see somewhat of the same thing in the first few minutes, but Izzy become a little bit more aggressive because it was too close as a first round to call. Following this, I guarantee you Dricus will find a proper takedown in the second round and be in guard, hammer fisting, elbows over the top, maybe not much happening to where Izzy then scrambles to the cage, gets back to his feet, Dricus then tries for another takedown and he doesn't get it. I think this is how the fight will go. A lot of trial and error from both guys. Then towards the end of the second round, or the beginning of the third. I think we see Dricus put it on Izzy a bit more, you know, into the third round now. You know, half the fight's done. Not really anything big has happened. Izzy's maybe hurt him once or twice with like a left hook and a right hand following it, and Dricus is just kind of covered up and walked back. So the rounds are very close. You know, it's done on control time and damage, but we don't know who's winning these rounds. We know how skilled Izzy is with point fighting and controlling a fight, so I think Dricus is going to take a lot of damage coming in. However, I do think middle of the third round, start of the third round, Dricus is going to get Izzy down, maybe in side control and move over to mount. I think it's going to be from mount, ground and pound from Dricus. That sloppy overhands. Izzy will be like squirming on the ground to his hips, moving to his hip, to his side, giving up the back. I think Dricus is going to flatten him out and just with his big right hand hammer him in the back of the ear, and then, you know, Izzy will be giving a thumbs up or whatever, trying to survive. Maybe 2.5 minutes left. The commentary team, oh, there's a lot of time left. Then a rear naked choke, I think, will be to finish off the fight in round 3. Dricus Du Plessis by rear naked choke, third round. After looking, I think he'll almost win by TKO. I think the referee will say to Izzy, look, you've got to do something here. And Izzy will say, no, I'm good. And then that's when he's taking a load of damage. Dricus, with the smaller gloves now, not as much padding, but able to slide his hands up the neck and it'll be over in seconds after he gets that squeeze. And then I think they'll both be sweaty. They'll both have a few bumps and bruises, a lot of leg kicks, a lot of teeps to the body from both guys. But I think Dricus needs to be very careful marching in like that. We know Izzy's got power. I don't think he's got power going. Izzy can't float back and knock someone out. He knocks people out by marching them down, planting his feet like he did with Paulo Costa and landing a check left hook, the way he did with Alex Pereira, the thing he did with Robert Whittaker. That's where he gets his power from, when he's leaning back and he puts everything into the shot. Obviously, he's got crafty knees and elbows. I would be very careful throwing knees against Dricus, because if you miss and hit his shoulder or something, you definitely know, coming from his Muay Thai and kickboxing background, he'll sweep you and take you straight down, which is definitely a preference because it's much less energy required to do that, and it's also much, it's faster. You know, you're not working for it, you're not wasting energy, it's efficient and effective. What do you guys think is going to happen in this fight? As I said, I've got Dricus Du Plessis by third round submission, rear naked choke after really flattening Izzy out and damaging him. But the first 2 rounds I think will be very, very close. I will reply to every single comment, so don't forget to leave a comment and a like and subscribe. We're back with the videos. I'm out here in Thailand training and working hard to achieve my dreams while talking about my favourite thing on the planet, which is MMA. So I will love you and leave you folks. See you all next time. Have a great day. Let's go Dricus Du Plessis. Or Du Plessis. Dricus Du Plessis.